Hey, welcome back to 1001 Beers Must Try Before You Die. Back here with Claire for our third beer review.
Hello.
And we are going to another country. We've been to China and we've been to the Czech Republic. Now we're going to the USA.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so
heading further west.
we are indeed. So, first brewed in 1975.
Okay.
6%. And this is Liberty Ale
Oh.
by Anchor Brewing.
I don't think I've seen this before. That's a cool bottle, though.
Yeah, so you may have seen Anchorstein beer before.
No,
More than
maybe.
most,
Yes.
You find it more in Britain. I think I found this in the Grumpy Goat.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't, 'cause there's no price in it. There's no price in it. Anyway, Liberty Ale. This is an interesting beer. I love the design. It's absolutely brilliant. It's got the anchor in the middle of the American Eagle.
It's a really cool label.
Yeah, so... I'm not quite sure where I got it from. I got it online, actually, or something like that. So, this is... I'm going to read the story and then you can read the tasting notes.
Okay.
It's a good story. So, in 1975, Anchor started the annual tradition of brewing a Christmas ale. Now, the one they now do, I've already done, which I've already
Right.
reviewed. It's called
Their Christmas ale.
It's called Our Special Ale.
Okay.
They do a different one every year. However, this one, it said each batch was different, giving Anchor's president and his brewers a chance to experiment with new things, and they still do that. But this is interesting. This is in 1983. Anchor brewed its Christmas ale with pale malts and Cascade hops. It's also dried hop with Cascade. The beer was an absolute hit, and they decided to add it to their permanent range under the name Liberty Ale. So, and the reason why this is interesting, it's groundbreaking beer. It was one of the first beers to feature the Cascade hops, which was virtually unknown at the top, and now it's known as one of the quintessential American hops. You see Cascade everywhere.
It comes up quite a lot in your videos.
Yeah, Cascade
I recognise the name
Cascade
from the videos.
Cascade is my second favourite hop. So it says Liberty Ale was the first in a new generation of beers that highlight more unique American hop varieties and help spark the craft beer revolution. So this is one of those beers, I'm going to let you read the tasting notes in a minute, but it's one of these beers that I like to point out of the historical importance of them. Where actually this beer itself may not be the most exciting beer. We haven't tried it yet, but it may not be the most exciting beer. But it's precedent in how it set off American beers along their massively hop-forward trajectory. It cannot be underestimated. I think I've spoke about the Sam Adams Boston Lager, Brooklyn Lager, and I think Sierra Nevada as well. So, all they're still great beers in their own right, but they're not quite as interesting as current beers in terms of the massive hoppiness, but I think this would be quite nice. Would you like to read the tasting notes?
Yeah, of
from
course.
Liberty Ale? Just there.
So, the crisp aroma is dominated by citrus and a resiny hop character, with honey and light bready notes. Interesting. On the palate, a gentle sweetness opens into a distinct hop bitterness, which actually sounds quite nice.
I think it will be nice.
Yeah.
Actually.
Thank you.
There's no way this will be unpleasant. I think it'd be a good beer. Never had a bad beer by Anchor.
I think I can already smell it.
Yeah, you probably can. Right. So, nice, sort of light head there. Very, very frothy. Did you go for the smell?
Yeah.
Yeah, smells like Cascade hops. That's exactly how Cascade hop beer should smell. Now, this has been... here's an interesting question for you, Claire. Do you know the difference between hops put in at different times of the beer?
I do not.
Okay,
Would you
so-
like to tell me?
Well, now this uses Cascade in both parts of the production, which is good. So there is the beer, the hops they put in at the very start, which give it the taste.
Okay.
Which are called they're just called the hops or the taste hops. And then there's the aroma hops, which they put at the end, which gives it the smell.
Okay.
So, because... but this one uses both in the same hop gets used for both parts, which is not that unusual, but now a lot of beers use two hops or more at different parts of the process. But this one uses both. It smells lovely, so let's go for the taste. Yeah, that's a really nice, solid, smooth Cascade beer. And for a beer, 1975, this is... You'd think... Now, what's interesting about this, brewed in 1975, around that same sort of period, the campaign for Real Ale had just been launched.
Okay.
Where Britain was trying to save essentially boring brown cask ales, right? Isn't it incredible that around that time, Britain was still trying to save their kind of traditional beers that weren't that interesting. They were very, very malty, sort of stodgy beers. And in America, they were brewing things like this already. Britain didn't start brewing anything like this until the 90s, the very, very earliest. And the late 90s at that.
And this is really
And they were making these things. Well, I mean, it was how. I mean, over here we were not growing hops at that point that had any sort of flavour that you could do this.
Yeah.
But even then, in America, they were not using these sort of hops. They were still using a very traditional hops. They were still making lager.
Of course, because it says it's groundbreaking.
Yeah,
for the
Cascade
States
was a
at the
hop
time.
that was available, but
Yeah.
they were not using it because it was groundbreaking because people started drinking it.
Yeah, but now it's so recognisable. Like, I'm not a huge beer drinker, but that's a recognisable smell, recognisable taste.
So many beers use
yeah.
Cascade hops now. It's probably one of the most used hops.
Yeah.
There's American Cascade hops and there are English Cascade hops. This is the American one, tastes like American one. The two, I mean, my favourite one is Citra. You don't see that one used quite as much, but Cascade, you use in everything. Absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So this is, I can see why this is in the book. It's a lovely, lovely beer.
Yeah. I mean, it's historic, but also I think it's a really complex flavour. And it said, sometimes these tasting notes actually don't necessarily mean anything, but it says sweetness opening to distinct hoppy bitterness.
Yes.
And actually, I think that's pretty spot on this time.
Now, here's an interesting one, which doesn't say in the book. So you may know about this, but I don't know about American history very well. It says, this was first brewed on the 18th of April 1975, so we're about to hit its anniversary.
Okay.
To celebrate the 200th anniversary of Paul Revere's historic ride. Do you know who Paul Revere is?
I don't know exactly, but he's in some way connected to the Founding Fathers.
Right, so I'm sorry, American people, I don't know who Paul Revere is, but I know it is, you're right, it is connected somehow to Founding Fathers. So something to do with liberty, something. So this is.
Well, obviously, it makes sense given that it's called Liberty.
Quite yes, but it is really, really nice beer. I just like the bottle as well.
It's a really cool bottle, actually, and I think because that looks with like the hand drawn almost label.
It's kind of like the stubbiness of it as well. It's kind of. It's really,
quite distinctive, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad they put this in their regular range. I'm surprised I hadn't had it. I'd never had this before. I've had a lot of the Anchorstein beers, reviewed quite a few of them here. I think I've done the Porter, the normal Steam beer, and the Christmas beer. And they were all really nice as well, but this is, really good, solid, classy beer that's just...
Yeah.
This would still stand up. You know, if you had this beer on a pump in a British pub, it would stand up. People would buy this and enjoy it.
Yeah, I think I would order this definitely, like repeatedly. I would order this if it was like available.
It is 6% though.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe not that repeatedly.
Yeah. 5.9 on the bottle, which is let's not split hairs about 0.1%, but it doesn't taste like 6%. I think what you've got now is that beers that now use Cascade hops like this. A much lower alcohol percentage. British beers especially, they're now using this Cascade. The beer I'm thinking of that tastes very much like this is the Cascade Pale Ale by Saltaire Brewery.
Okay.
You can find it in bottles in Waitrose. It's not in the book, but I would say if you're going to buy Liberty Ale, if you find a bottle of it, buy a bottle of the Saltaire Cascade and compare and contrast, because they both use exactly the same hop, and you'll probably see where they both come from. Although the Saltaire one's from Yorkshire, but you can see, but that's only like 4%.
A little bit different.
Yeah, but it's only 4%, even though it tastes quite similar. Because in they're doing this, I think the challenge of brewers now is to pack a lot of flavour into beer that isn't really strong.
Yeah.
But back then it was like, well, let's give this a go. It doesn't matter if it's strong. Good.
But I think it's really impressive.
Well, I think we'll leave it there of our Liberty Ale. And we'll see you for our next beer review very, very soon.
Goodbye.